Hello YouTube. I'm running another experiment here with two cameras. Two cameras. That is super fancy, or at least I think it's super fancy. Well, someone did ask me if this paint smells like plastic, and I'm afraid to say that yes, in fact, it does smell like plastic. And no, I don't really like it very much, but so it goes. Anyway, I've been wanting for a long time to be able to stream in a way that you can see my palette, and now that I have acquired a second camera, you can see the palette, I believe. I'm going to have to learn how to do a better job of positioning the cameras, but this seems like a problem that is surmountable. I hope everyone's having a good Wednesday. If you have not been keeping track of what I've been up to lately, I am testing these new paints and I'm still not sure what I think of them. They're a little bit odd. They definitely act a lot more like acrylics than they do like gouache, which makes them not at all intuitive for me. If you like acrylics, you will love them though. I know, very fancy. How are you today? Doing well, I hope. What did I want to do? I wanted to add random swirls, so I guess I'll do that. I'm still not sure what to think of this, but I figure I will keep at it. Stay. The other thing I have noticed is it is as opaque as promised, but I really don't know what to think of it. I can think of uses for it. They're just not my usual thing. Oh, yay! So you have your weekend coming up then. That's good. Wednesdays are kind of a weird day for me, so I'm kind of glad that it's over. So the other thing I've done is I added a sheet of paper underneath whatever I'm working on, and that is because while I love my clear desk, it does not photograph well. You can see the ceiling fan and it's a bit strange, so I thought I would fix that. This is really, okay, it's not the strangest paint I've ever used, but it's pretty close. It's very, I guess it's good for super, I don't know. It's good for something. I just haven't figured out what yet. Let's see. They must be big by now, those kids. Oh, of course, I just saw them recently, didn't I? My memory is not great. I think I need my friend yellow ochre. The other way these paints are more like acrylic than gouache is that you go through a lot of paint for very little space. So they're not as economical as gouache is, I would say. Oof. I just don't know what to do with this. It is not as detailed as I wanted, but this is a paint that is resisting my attempts to make detail, so we're going to give it a go though. I've been using a 2 here, so which is usually one of my favorite brush sizes, but I guess I will pick a 1 or maybe a 0. I don't know, 0 is getting pretty small. This paint is very thick. Well, we'll try it. And there go all the brushes. No. Sad brushes. Stay. Do not roll off again. Thank you. Alright, so how do I want to handle this? I have a little black in here. Don't love black though, so let's see. While I am messing with this, I will say that, oh my gosh, 12 years old. That doesn't seem possible. I feel like just yesterday they were new. All right. Can I put more detail in this? I don't know. I feel like I should be able to. I guess that's sort of good. Sort of. Not really feeling this, but we'll try to add some stuff here. Are you going to homeschool them through college, or are you going to send them off into the world? Oops, I bumped the camera. Whoops. Sorry about that. That's a good age. But they're all good ages, really. How am I even going to do this? About this way. So the verdict is the 0 sort of works, but I don't really love the behavior. This would be an amazing medium for doing very illustrative stuff, though, in the sense of bold advertising like stuff. Ooh, I just stuck my finger in it, as usual. I don't even know if college homeschooling is a thing. I wonder. Well, that's sort of interesting. Now I'll tell you what's going through my mind while I'm trying this, and that is, when you have a system that works for you and you try something new that you know is going to involve a learning curve, you always must ask, is this going to be worth the time I spend on the learning curve? Do I feel like this is something that might solve an existing problem I'm having, and that might make it worth the investment and time to master it? Ooh, I'm not sure I would go into the military right now, but you'd probably know better than me. Anyway, so yes, you ask, is this worth the effort to master it? Is it going to solve a problem that I'm having currently or can see in my future? Because of course all these things have a cost. And the learning curve on this would be very similar to the one for acrylics, which means if you're already an acrylic master, this one might come very easily to you. If, like me, acrylics are bizarre and you're not really very familiar with them or practiced, it would be a lot more effort to acquire this particular medium. And why, yes, I always turn things over and over and over again. Turning things is great. All right, so tiny lines are possible. How about that? to stop bumping that. But it's right in my way. Let's see. So now what do I do with this? These freckles need improvement. Ooh, and you need to mix this on the palette, which is weird because this palette is very strange. I need to fix these freckles so they aren't quite so extreme. Maybe we can add a few here. That's a little better. Do I have a pinkish color? No. Can I make a pinkish color without too much red? Let's see. Did I forget that I am mixing something that acts like acrylics and not like gouache? Yes, I did. That's okay. This color. All right, let's see. Can you add water to it and have something good happen? Sort of. Not really. All right, does not respond to water, I see, in the same way. Let's keep that in mind. I want that to be darker. Ugh, no. Fail. That's better. What a strange medium. I can't even figure out what this is. Add some yellow here. Even a little orange maybe. I had a book when I was young that had a unicorn in it who had to go find her horn, and it was a crystal that ended up fastening itself to her forehead, and I was fascinated by how that crystal was painted. And for a while all I did was draw crystals in an attempt to figure out how that artist did it. And I was all of like some ridiculous young age, but you know, things leave an impression, and apparently with me it was crystal unicorns. That's not bad. I find the hair boring, but I'm not sure how to fix that. I shall look at it from a little far away. I think the answer is it needs to be darker on the bottom. So let's try that. Ooh, we have 2 other people watching and they are quiet. Hello, quiet people. All right, darker. Let's go for it. Fearlessly. I think that's a little better. leave these lighter colors for the nearer the top, maybe. Mostly. Actually, I think that helps a lot. Oh my gosh, you know it! The unicorn who had no horn! You knew the book! Oh, that's freakish. Oh my gosh. I am amazed. Wonders never cease, I tell you. Someone on the internet has read an obscure book that I loved as a child. Actually, you know, I think I might have gotten it through a Scholastic book fair, so maybe more people read it than I think. It had a sequel as well, but the artist was different. And so not everyone realized it was a sequel, but it was about the same unicorn. Let's see. Half decent Google foo. Alright, is that better? Let's see. That is better, actually. Let's make this thing on the bottom paler. Alright, let's do it without smearing anything. That would be good. That better. That is better, I think. The white is not quite opaque, but it's better. Let's see if we can fix that. Please do not ever do what I'm doing and mix colors on your palette with very expensive brushes. That is not a wise decision. Let's see. Don't like the feathering that happens here. It's a little bit odd. Not bad, I just don't know. It's okay. Don't smear at me, that would be bad. Actually, I did, I actually have maybe a couple of the books I got from my Scholastic book fair days still, because I love them too much to get rid of them. So I sympathize. This is a bit of a challenge that I'm gonna have to figure out how to overcome, which is my hand getting in the way of things. Is this better? I don't know, but I kind of want this to be a little bit more defined. Oh. Ooh, it's damp, I can feel it. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, you know, most of the times it's like too much trouble for people to redo the layout on the inside, so they just make the cover prettier. This white paint is more opaque than gouache white paint, but not by much. Which is kind of the one thing I would have hoped that it did better, but you know, it does its own thing, I guess. Well, it's not bad. I think I'll call this a day because I don't think I can continue working this thing indefinitely. Is that my one? No, that was my two. Where's my one? Here's my one. All right, let's see. Let's go with blue. So I guess, let's see, and this is another thing that I would like to point out, which is this particular paint needs a specialty palette, which kind of drives me crazy, but these will dry instantly. So what I resorted to was the palette that I use for acrylics, which is it's a plastic box with a sponge in it that you keep damp, and then there's papers you put on the sponge which you wet, and then the sponge keeps them wet, and then the paint doesn't dry out instantly. It's called a stay wet palette, so that's what I've been using. And because once these dry, you can't rehydrate them and continue using them. They're like acrylics that way. So they require special treatment, which is something that I guess someone with acrylics would have, but I don't, so I had to buy that. So I don't know. My opinion of this is not sure yet. I'll have to try later. However, I like the new camera. The new camera is pretty cool. Let's see if I can do that. New camera is up here. It is this thing, which is pretty cool. I like it. All right, I think I will go back to doing family stuff, but I wanted to try this out and see how it works. So thank you 3 people for joining me, and we will do more of this kind of thing as I practice. Y'all have a good night, okay?